Coming straight out of Ecamm. This is a town with the Ecamm found. Ecamm fam is the name of the sham. This is a town with the Ecamm found. Ecamm fam is the name of the sham. This is a town with the Ecamm found. This is a town with the Ecamm found. This is a town with the Ecamm found. Ecamm fam is the name of the sham.
Hold it, stop the music!
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
Can I please have your attention?
Now showtime, are you ready? Are you ready for start time?
Let's find out. Ready, let's go.
What's happening, peoples? What's crackalackin'? Welcome to the demo time. We're going to get right in, do a little Ecamm type thing. So check it out. This is super important. People, if you're brand spanking new to the demo, please let us know so that way myself, the moderators, the community, they can help you get your questions quicker, right? So many people have been to this thing about 1,100 times, so they know exactly what's popping. You being kind of new to the party, we want to make sure that we get you squared away. Now, it is super important that you, what is the word I'm trying to say? Drop the Q colon in front of your questions, and the reason for that is it just makes it a heck of a lot easier for us to be able to find your question and get you answered soon as possible, right? You know what I mean? Like if you don't drop the Q colon, I won't necessarily know. I won't find it in the search, which will make sense in a little bit as we come in and you know, kind of show you your way around things. You will see why we are like that about comments. It will definitely make all the sense in the world once you see it. Once you see it, can't stop see it. All right, anyway. Could you please share the highest and best quality settings to record Sony ZV-10 and the best way to compress if needed for uploading? You never have to upload, blah, blah, blah. You never have to compress anything, and the best quality, you're looking at it. This is it. Like I am using it. Normally, you know what, Laura, if you see my videos on my channel, it'll make more sense because I do all of my videos in 4K. Right now, because of speed of questions, I'm actually sending this stream in 1080. Normally, I send the stream here at 4K, and it kind of, YouTube spits it out at 1440 while you're live. YouTube used to drop full 4Ks live. Some reason, I guess because of the amount of people doing it, they dropped it back to 1440, which is glorious, but your recording will still be 4K, which means when you go to do your edits and all of that, it'll be gravy. So normally I'm sending this signal in 4K. Today, for whatever reason, internet being goofy, and I wanted the questions to be quicker, I did it in 1080. And so that's another good point. I always stream in 4K. I love it that way. The one disadvantage to streaming in 4K is when I say something, the time before you hear it is longer because of YouTube's compression algorithms, or Facebook don't even do it. Actually, YouTube's like the only platform that'll let you stream super gangster in 4K. So anyway, your ZV-E10 theoretically doesn't know how to look bad. Okay, it just doesn't. If it looks bad, you probably need more light. You are not properly metered. Not to make that technical, when you open the ZV1 side screen, I can't disconnect that easy. Anyway, when you open the side screen, there's a little thing at the bottom. If it says plus 0.0, you're perfectly exposed. If it says anything like -1, anything after -1, you're starting to grain yourself out. You're not properly exposed. If your ISO is set at anything higher than 800, your signal will start to look iffy. Not bad. I won't say bad because it's really good nowadays. It used to be everything after 800 was blah. Now it's pretty good. Me personally, I don't pass ISO 400, and honestly, this joint is set at ISO 100. ISO 100 is the native ISO for the ZV-E10. It's glossy, it's clean, it's picture perfect, and the reason why my exposure is dope is I have a 200 watt light on that side and a 60 watt light on that side. If your picture and your ZV-E10 is not as dope as, say, me or India or all the rest of us that use ZV-E10s, I can probably blame it on one thing, and I'll show you what it is. If you operating with these, your picture will look blah. They just not enough light. It's just not enough light for that, to get that gangster lean. It's just not. You kind of need more light because the camera itself is glorious. I use one. India used one. I believe Diana Gladney. Adrian had 3 of them in the setup today. All of ours are coming out great. So more than likely, you're just running to some things. And Paul, if you could, maybe send her the link to Diana's ZV-E10 setup video. There we go. See, that was the first question, and it was good. Thank you, Laura, for that. I appreciate it. Reverend Fryer, what's up, sir? Oh, I know you're ready for that Eagles game. I know you're ready. Can I use my iPad as an NDI output? Yes, there's an app for that. And how do you bring a second Mac into your current live stream to show a presentation? All right, so 2 ways. Dave, let's do this real quick. This is super simple. Here's my other Mac right here. I'm going to open it up, right, like this. I'm going to put my fingy over here to make it alive. I'm going to hit Safari and then go Ecamm. I'm going to say open. I don't have Keynote or any of that other stuff on here, so we'll just use like Chrome. I can't stand any of that presentation-y type stuff. Come up in the top, click on output, go to NDI output 1080, okay? At this moment in time, if I hit live demo mode on this version of Ecamm, and then come down here and gangster us up a new scene, yes, I have a background because I have this turned on. If I press camera and take this camera and change it to MacBook, you know what I mean? Are you following me yet, Dave? Are you with me, Dave? Okay, on the MacBook, I go to Screen Share, and then I need some kind of app open. Let's open Set App, just because. It's here, and it's like in my thing. I don't use presentation software. I make PDFs. I hate presentation software. But look, there it is. You see that? Easy peasy, cover greasy. Here's another one. I'll open something even more gangster than that. All right, just so you can see what I'm doing, I'll make this go like this here. All right, so Final Cut Pro is launchicating. I just pip back to Ecamm, change this current application, make it say Final Cut Pro, and then now I'm doing Final Cut Pro tutorials inside of Ecamm. I don't think I have Keynote installed because I do have it installed. I can't stand that program. I can't stand any of these presentation things, but people insist on using them. So if they're going to insist, I'll insist right with them. All right, create a new presentation. Let's use this one. It looks like something India would wear. All right, it's launchicated. Pip over to Ecamm. Change this baby to Keynote. Gangsta. Now, if I were, hey, stop that, App Store. Don't update. If I were to press play on here, look, You know what I mean? It just works. Of course, I don't have any words in there because, again, not a total fan. I might have something in my cloud. Let's investigation. It's downloading that real quick. Anyway, so while I talk about this, it'll pop back up in a second, and then you'll see that, yes, without doing anything, your NDI output is Ecamm. Like, that's all you need. That's all you need. Just run the slide, gangster. Look, woo. Now you guys are looking at my private presentation. I charge money to show people this. Anyway, Dave, look, no wires, no hands. It's Ecamm. That's it. Just open Ecamm up on your other computer, turn the NDI output on, and to be real, that's it. That's it. Okay, you can go back to sleep there, new computer. Thank you, Dave, for that question. And very cool looking avatar. There's Dave. All right, Dave said he was new to the chat, long-term watcher of the screen. That was one question. Where's the second one? Okay. Yo, what's happening? All right. We record 5 cameras using the MacBook Pro, and the video gets choppy. Yeah, absolutely. You're using the MacBook Pro. Let's think about this for a second. A video, right? Let's go to, we'll call it 1080 even. All right. At a 1080 video, each individual frame of that video is roughly 18 megabytes. Every second, you have to record 30 frames. Some of y'all crazy enough to think you need to do 1080-60. If you're doing 1080-60, every second you have to make 60 frames. So you take 18 times 30 every second times an hour for one camera, and then 2 cameras, and then 3 cameras, 4 cameras, 5 cameras. Yeah, nah. You can't record all 5 of them simultaneously. It's the reason why, even on a brand new M2, like, this machine is gangster. I'm going to nickname him Carl Lewis. Even with, actually, Flojo. I like name my stuff after females. Anyway, so Flo over here is the fastest sprinter in the world, and she can't record but 2 streams simultaneously. I'm recording this on the Mac Studio. 2 streams simultaneously. Okay? If you want good. The video supposed to get choppy on your MacBook Pro. Like, yeah. If you really need to record 5 things, you need a Decklink quad, or you need an ATM ISO or something of that nature. Yes, we're going to do camera switcher because your brain is broken. I got you, Roy. Let's do camera switcher right after this. Let me just check to see any of these new peoples is in here got questions. Something, you know what's off with your ZV-E10, Al? The person sitting in front of it. No, I'm joking. You could get handsomeness out of that. Diana has an amazing video about setting it up. Oh yeah, the other thing I forgot to cover real quick is if you want it to look extra spicy, get yourself some form of a white balance checker and properly white balance your stuff. Auto white balance is UGLY. It seriously has no alibi. You're ugly. Especially if you are a POC. If you identify with POC, you will definitely need to calibrate anything other than auto white balance, because auto white balance is not made for melanin. Let's be real. Okay. What computer do you have? Let's start there. My picture quality is saying dope. Okay, recorded in Ecamm. The highest settings for Ecamm is 4K. 4K, that's it. So we don't really mess with the picture too much. If you're sending us good, we're going to give you good. So, yeah, if you're doing that, it's dope. One thing that I do, you might try, Laura, if you like it. If you go into picture profile on your ZV-E10, I believe it's PP10. It might be PP8. It's one of those two. Is the like the S-Log preference, which is a little bit flat, and then you slap on a camera correction LUT that will make it look pretty. So, for instance, as you can see, I have a little bit of a LUT going on right here, but I just spice it down just a taste. I love. Oh, right? Isn't that cray? Boom. Thank you. This video right here will get all of you ZV10 people looking way cuter. Linda, how are you doing? Long time no see. I lost audio possibly since adding loop back. Here, the help me set up as external speakers is a thing. India, can you handle that one? India is a loop back queen. All YouTube videos are saved for replay. There's 96 of these on the Ecamm channel. Not Sony. Why he say that? SM7B. Period. That's it. If you have to go low, then get the little brother. What the little brother is called? MV7. I have it. It's somewhere in here. Oh, there it is. Get the MV7. I just happen to have a little thing on it. But yeah, MV7. Those are my two recommendations. There's some others out there, but those are pretty much bulletproof. You'll notice all of us have it. We got it like that. Auto white balance changes every time you change the color of your shirt. 100%. There you go. 4K, not even played out by the platform. Yeah, that's not the point, Gunner. It's a longer conversation I won't get into right now. Let's put it this way. I are a chef, right? Actually, I'm not, but let's just, in supposition, let's say I'm a chef. Actually, I can cook pretty good, but we won't get into that. If I come to your house, just because you can't taste my chefery, I'm not going to dumb down my cooking because you can't taste it or you have a smaller plate. That's not right. It's not that you can't taste it, it's that you have a smaller plate. So let's say you only got, 8-centimeter saucers instead of the standard 30-centimeter saucers. I'm going to cook my food at the same level. You just got to use more saucers, right? It's the same thing. Always, if your machine can swing it, always shoot at 4K, always edit at 4K. Your repurpose capabilities, your editing purpose abilities, and your future proofing. Yes, today is February 3rd, 2023. 3 years ago at 720, it was February 3rd, 2020. You know what's more prevalent today than in 2020? 8K. So 720 is all the way back to pre-2000s, right? We've been on 4K since about 2000, so 23 years. You're wanting to record or shoot at 720 is pushing your video back to just after the early 90s. So yeah, you always want to shoot at the highest and best quality. Wearing my earbuds, have my audio muted on my Mac. I can't hear sound effects coming from a Stream Deck. Al, please don't get mad at me. I'm going to be factual. I'm a very factual individual. Do not use the sounds in the Stream Deck. They're just whack. Go to Stream Beats if you want free stuff. Or, there's a lot of places. But the Stream Deck sounds are trash anyway. And I honestly can't tell you that because I don't use them. I tried them. I think they're nasty. If anything, India would know the answer to that question. There you go. Okay, got it. Thank you, Dave. Jay Spinks. Yes, Jay Spink will back me up on my white balance rant. Just always white balance yourself. Okay, Ecamm Live demo people, let's build some stuff. We did a quick round of Q&A. I will come back and check questions in a little bit, and then you'll be good. And India, thank you for helping with the Stream Deck thing. And I'll be more than happy to show you. I use Artlist and Epidemic Sound, but I did a demo on my own channel like a week ago, just showing you the sound quality of what's built into the Stream Deck versus what's out there available in the street. Not even close. They're like McDonald's, and yeah, some of them are just better. Yeah, Stream Beats is free. Check out the URL. Super easy. Streambeats.com. That's it. There you go. Anyway. Oh, I see what we're doing. We out here playing with AI avatars now. You guys out here looking sexy in the chat. I appreciate that. I was playing a lot with the AI thing the last couple of days, man. Oh my goodness, it is so good, so good. Okay, so we're in here. Let me show you how to make a scene for those of you guys who are brand spanking new. First of all, anybody not fully grokking the scenes thing just yet. If you don't understand scenes versus overlays, holla at your boy, because then I think I can help you. Paul, do not send me images of squirrels. That's not helping, Paul. It's not helping. Oh, Creator Mix. I forgot about that. Thank you. Drop the link. What's your name? Luis. Drop the link. There you go. Okay, so here he is. If you think of your profile, so Ecamm has a situation known as profiles. If you click up here in the top menu, there is something called profiles. You'll see here, I have a profile for the affiliate stream that's coming up, a profile for Amazon Live, Ecamm Demo, Final Cut Pro Global Summit, of which I'm a speaker, IG Live, my LGO, that's my personal stream, LinkedIn, The Flow, and They Don't Read. They Don't Read is when I do demos for people who refuse to read instructions. So I have a profile for everything, right? So we're going to think of profiles as your house, right? So this is a profile, this Ecamm Demo, this is my beach house. This is where I come to have fun and try to teach you guys something. It's like school on the beach. Then inside the scenes, these are my individual rooms. This is this room, this is that other room. Like this is when you got to use the browser, that's the next room, and then this is the back door so I can see you out, right? So each one of these is a room. Now, these overlays, this is furniture. So Dave had came over, Dave's company, Dave had came over and said, hey man, let me see the furniture inside this room where you do a presentation. So I made furniture. Here's a presentation furniture and a camera furniture, right? And then if I put on Mr. Camera Junkie, this is, just like throwing up one of them signs from Home Goods, right? It's a quick little sign from Home Goods, right? These are just decorations. Right? So super simple. If I want to throw another decoration, like I need a picture on the wall, I throw a picture on the wall. Maybe in here, I need to bring up a family picture. Let's come in here and let's find a family picture. Okay, so let's throw a family picture on the wall.
All right, so what
actually,
you're
that's a
looking
home
at
movie
right now, hopefully.
That was a bad analogy. That case was a home movie. I grabbed the wrong one. Anyway, so you can see what I'm saying, right? You know those people that be painting their house for like weeks and they never get it done? Swatches on the wall. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if you think of it that way, profile is a house, scenes are the room, overlays are the furniture. If you think about it that way, you can't go wrong. It's impossible to go wrong. Your brain will just sort of map itself around whatever it is that you're trying to do. All right, this was the family picture I was trying to bring in. Yay, it's the family picture. All right, so there you go. That's an easy way to think of it. If you think about it like that, then you'll never go wrong. Your brain will be straight, and then you'll be good to go. India's talking to Al. Okay. Yo, what's up? Long time no see. Good to see you here in the building. All right, so we're going to build this scene real quick. Oh, you assign buttons to the sounds you have in Ecamm. Oh, so you mean, look, Al, if I come over here, click this, and assign a high key, A, and I go, and I press A again, it goes away. You know what I mean? Hey, I just realized something. This camera is not supposed to be looking at my forehead. Hold on, people. Don't you just love it when tech do? Why is it looking at my forehead? Overhead. Shoot. God, I love this camera. Anybody, y'all got some money to spend? Just buy yourself an Insta360 link. I'm telling you, it's probably one of the sauciest things I bought in the last 2 years. Everything I bought from Insta360 recently has been gangster. Anyway, I'll press A. The only thing that you might want to check the volume here to make sure it's good. Check the sound effects to make sure it's good. That's it. You're good to go. Chocolate twist yoga. Everybody, breathe deeply from the inside real quick. And exhale. Feel it in your center. Put your hand on your belly so that you can feel it. It makes you smarter. I learned that from chocolate twist yoga. Okay. Well, I mean, it makes your brain It makes your brain work better. Never mind, she'll explain it. Anyway, so here's this. All we do, I dropped in the camera. Here's what's super dope because Roy said, hey man, what about the camera switcher? Check this out, Roy. I love this feature. If I want to bring in this here camera right here, check it out. You pick this up, boom, gangster. We don't do window capture. We do screen share. Same thing, but yeah. Anyway, so you can just pick this up, sup, poop, like that, right? This is so cool about the thing. So I got a guest coming on. Say we're going to come in, we're going to talk yoga stuff. I can put this up here, right? I got my guest one. I'm going to pull it out to about right here. Then I need to add another guest because, somebody else fitting to come through. I'm going to click down here, go add a placeholder camera. Boom. I get another one. This is going to be guest 2. So I can take guest 2 and just drop it in the mix. There's not a problem that I can't fix because I could do it in the mix, right? So then I'm going to line these 2 up so that they're even. That's how I do it. You can do others. But now, out of order. I mean, I guess the order is up to you, right? It doesn't really matter. But now I have everything set up. So I can have my guest 1. I can have my guest 2. And then I might bring in the thing that we're going to talk about. And I'm going to drop it in right about here, add it as an animated overlay, right? So, you know what I mean? Like, you can design your stuff real simple. Like, so I still get to be the host with the most. I can, line this up, and I got my guest 1, my guest 2. So, Roy, the cool thing is, when you use the A-B side of the camera switcher, you can name your cameras Alpha through Z. Then you can make it easier, right? When you're doing this, you can make it easier to get to your next scenes because you use the letters. You can come over here and you can leave it like such, but if any reason the camera, why is my camo camera not working? What's wrong with you? Wake up. Wake up, Maggie. I think I got something to say to you. Camo. Yes, sir. There it is. All right, so now Camo is awake. We want to open up Camo Studio so I can use the other side. And then basic portrait wide selfie. Yo, why are you looking at the back of the monitor, player? There it is. There it is. See? So now I got my selfie camera working in Camo, right? I put my autofocus back together. Boom. Oh, I know what it is. I had this portrait thing on. I don't use that stuff. Y'all be like, oh, I need to use portrait mode because I want to look prettier. Man, just be happy to be funny looking. Like, it's so much easier. Right? Anyway, if you be proud in the way you look, never mind all the filters and makeup and stuff. Not important. All right, so here we go. So that's a basic build of a scene. Now, in your overlay options, these are what we got down here. Show them what you're working with. We have the ability to add an image. I kind of did that, right? Add an animated overlay, add a screen share overlay. This is for you, USA Live. Add a text overlay, a clock overlay, a widget overlay, a camera overlay, and folders to keep things cute. All right, so let's go. We're going to go over here real quick. And first, we're going to show how to add an image overlay. Let's pick up my favorite image of the year and just drag it in here. Now, yes, you can. You can click on this button and wait for it to load. Check your Ecamm assets folder, scrolly in here, find the picture that you wish, and then pop it on, right? So yes, you can add a picture by pressing these buttons. We're Mac people. Don't use them buttons, okay? Just drag and drop. So you take the picture, you put it in there, drop it like it's hot. Use the scroll wheel to adjusticate it, right? I can crop it by holding the option key and crop it just to Anna, Eden, and Ken, right? So I can crop it that way, right? So you can crop, you can do things, just hold the option key. So that's it. Like, you really drag and drop. So that is that style. Let's get something with a little animation. So if I want to do it animated, all you do, drag it in. Now, this is a movie. Pay close attention. If I let it go, It wants to be a movie.
All right,
it takes
so
over
what
the whole
you're
thing.
looking at right now,
Hey,
hopefully,
be quiet, Doc. It's recording this. It zip your face. So it's playing this movie mode up here. But I didn't want that. I will attack. You don't want that. I wanted it to come in as an overlay. So instead of just dropping it in the center, I want to lay it inside the actual overlay panel. See where it says overlays right there? I'm going to drop it in the current scene like such. I'm going to get that warning. Animated overlays don't make no noise. Do you want to add it anyway? Why, yes, sir. So you press the button. There it is. So now I have it as an animated overlay. It's playing. It's doing its thing. Now you'll notice this particular one, when I did it the full screening way, it made noise, right? So let me temporarily disable these two. Go back to the full screen way.
All right, so what you're looking at right now, hopefully,
It makes noise.
It's recording.
It can talk.
This.
If this stream could talk, right? So you can see that, right? Let me go back to my A/B switcher. There it is. This is full screen camera mode right here. I never use this mode, hardly ever. I always use blank mode and then put a camera overlay because it's just cuter. I love the fact that you can swap cameras just by dropping them in. So USA Live, you can see the answer is 4 at the moment. I roll as many as 7. But I love the fact that you can swap a camera because before you got to click the little pencil and then be over here. La, 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 la. Now, yo, you just drag and drop. Like, come on, gangster. This is so good. So good. Laura, I don't know any secrets as a former Apple employee, but let's call it May. Let's call it May. There you go. April, May. That's my guess. Anyway, I bought this one in March last year, March 20-something. So I'm assuming April and May. Marine next. Semper Fi. All right. So anyway, what I wanted to show y'all was, watch this trick real quick. This came up today. Someone asked a question. I want to convert it into a WebM. So for instance, if I drop in one of my WebM joints, where you is here. If I drop this in as a WebM,
hey everyone, it's Shelly from Shelly Saves the Day.
Plays.
I want
It
to
makes
send some
noise.
special love
and
out
they're
to
like,
my
okay, Doc, you always say that. How do you make a WebM? Cool, watch this. It's so fast, it's irritating. Paul, drop the link, please. Onegashimasu. Love you, mean it. Come down here, Shutter Encoder. Shutter Encoder does its thing. It opens up. You want to drop your file in here. So put in this movie, the subsequent movie film of myself and Keely and Paul and all the other people in there. Choose on the function. You have to scrolly down here, and this is important. You have to press VP9, Victor Papa Niner. Okay, you click that. The end, not the end. The extension is WebM. Super important. You got other options, but it needs to be WebM. The only thing you have to do in here is just check to make sure that the audio settings is good, which it is. And if you have any transparency, you have to enable alpha channel. This movie don't have an alpha channel. So I really drop it in, switch it to VP9, make sure it's on WebM, and then press start. And it'll go eeny, meeny, catch a meeny, ooh, ah, ah, a meeny, and it will take a couple of minutes, but it's going to crush this up. And then when it spits it out, I'll come back and show you that it will play with the thing like that. Okay. So let's see. I saw a question from Laura. I answered that question. Let's check in on you guys. Boom, boom, boom. Don't forget the horse glasses. Thank you. Yes. All right, you guys are good. All right, Coolio with the flow. So we got all these bad boys in here. This thing is calculating. Let me calculate him off to the other side so that you can see. Now, the next option in here is how to screen share. So we click on the screen share here. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to change the shape of this camera because I need more space. Space! How low can you go? Death Row? What a brother know. Once again, back is the incredible. Where my Public Enemy fans at? The Public Enemy #1. All right, cool. So I dropped this out. Just doing a little layout action here. Just trying to get things even. All right, cool. So here's how we do a screen share. Let's open up the old, what we got here? Let's open up something cool. We got personality walk. Oh, I know how to do. I'm going to show you guys overlays.uno. So check this out. I'm in my screen share thing. Click on the pencil, and instead of primary display, which is showing you all of this here, right? I can switch it to secondary display, which is showing you all of this here, the other side. However, if I say third display, it's going to show you all of this here, right? Well, backwards. This one is secondary. This one is tertiary. I like to just pick my app. So we're going to go Google Watch Chrome. Bam, there it is. Now you can see I got a border here and I got zoom the app window. If I don't do that, it looks weird. If I hit that, it looks great. I could even set this for green screen if I wish, but that looks whack. So do it like this. Now, I don't like this little extra edge. Somebody mentioned this in Adrian's thing today. What about this extra edge? Take this here. Let me do this real quick. Hold on, because I want y'all to see. I'm going to press this button and come over here and switch this to Squircle. Bam. Okay, watch the finger. This finger, option key, held it. Go like that. Oh, clean it up. Go like that. Clean it up. Clean it up. There you go. Now it looks purty, right? Now it is what we call good enough for government work. So now I can come here and teach my. So going back to what Dave said about doing a presentation, you could just do it like this without another computer. The advantage of the way Dave said of using another computer is it takes the power, fight the power. It takes the power off of this computer that's trying to stream. And we've already established that streaming is one of the hardest things you make your computer do. So if you can offload some of that weight to an extra machine or to an iPad or something of that nature, boom, it's super easy. Okay. How to drop the Google Chrome. Super simple. Come in over here, and bam. See this little TV monitor right here? It says new screen share overlay. Press it. Gangster. All right. So now, because we got a different question, let's do this. We'll go Firefox just to show you it's not Chrome. It's, just pick another browser. All right, Firefox is loading. I'm going to put it on another screen because I don't want it in my way. I'm trying to do things up in here. Let's do one of these. I'm going to hit a web page that we can go to. And let's go. All right, here we go. So now I got my web page up. I'm ready to go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to press, just to show you how cool this is, watch this trick. Everybody hold your socks. I'm going to take this scene right here, and I'm going to call this Chrome. Pooyow. Then I'm going to hit the duplicate button, which is right down here in the middle. It looks like 2 stacks. I'm going to hit that, and I'm going to change this one, and I'm going to go Fox. Boom. All right. So now, line this baby up with this baby. We're going to just make them like that. All right. I'm going to 86 the Chrome one. Boom. Ghost, right? Line it up again like such. And then on this particular one, make sure we're on the right one. So we got the Chrome one still. We can 86 that. And then we'll go to the Firefox one over here. Hit on this button. Come to this thing. Drop down Firefox. Ha! Gangster, right? Cookies. Y'all know me. All right? See what I'm saying? So then, because this program is different from that program, I could just come in here, do a little spicy realignment real quick. Level up. Like Rihanna said, level up. Put this up in the corner and then resize a little bit. And so now you can have a different one of these joints for everything that you do. Here, let's duplicate that again, right? And on this one, we're going to put music. Right? We just hit music, right? Come over here, hit music. Just like music. So now I'm in the music one. Look, click this button, slide down here. Ooh, not Google Chrome. Your finger's fast, boy. Music. Just like music. Simple. Again, option key, croppy. Everything looks gravy. Slide it in the corner there. And then let's go in. Now, once you got it in place, you can move this sucker off the way. So it's no longer in your vision. You know what I'm saying? It's this. I'm just saying. Like, people get mad at me because I say Ecamm is so easy that is kind of silly. Normally what happens, you start twirling in your brain too quick and you freak out. And so what I like to say, and it's my famous story, everybody that's in my community, my private community, they know this. When I was a little bitty children, I could not stand Brussels sprouts. Why? Because my mama bought those $4 for $1 ghetto-ass Safeway Brussels sprouts that you just drop them in some water in a pot and then pour them on the plate. And they'll taste like little rotten baby cabbages. I thought they were disgusting. But once I got past that and I tasted Brussels sprouts again, and they're cooked properly like a normal human, sorry, Mom, they're freaking amazing. Brussels sprouts can be amazing when properly cooked. With the right knowledge, it's easy. This stuff is easy. It really is just a matter of decide what you want to do, tell your brain that you can do it. It's possible. I'm just saying, impossible. Everything's possible at Ecamm, pretty much. All right, let's go. What else we got? I'm about to add a playlist from Doc Streams. I'm always thank you. You know my musical Tourette's is hardcore. Hard times is ringing just like the flu. Watch out, homeboy, don't let it get. All right, so thank you, Environmental Coffee House. Yes, you know what? Since you're Environmental Coffee House, I explained it to you even better. I used to think black coffee was disgusting. Why? Because we was drinking Starbucks black coffee. That's not coffee. I don't know what that is, but it's hot black water. When you make a pour over, when I went to Japan and I discovered a pour over and I started trying coffee with, actual coffee made by Juan Valdez, black coffee is dope. Like, black coffee is amazing, and there's about 11 million flavors, all kind of like tannins and whatnot. It's all in there. But you would never know that if you only ever try Starbucks coffee, you might hate black coffee. I'm just saying. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just got to back up. Like, back up and think simplistically. If you back up and think simplicity is good. You can drop it in the old noodle water. Yes. See, we got a good crowd today. Thank you, Marine X. I appreciate you. All right. So now let's get in. Al, this is how I feel about broccoli, but that's a different subject. So let's get in and we're going to cover like the text box overlays because this is where you can get spicy with your show, right? So we'll come over here and I want to click on here. This thing is magic. Now I'm going to show you 2 secrets to the text box overlay that you should apply to your melon ASAP. If you notice closely in this here window, come here, Mary. I have a font book here called India Elgato. I also have one called Ecamm. So I could come in here and pick the type of fonts for my show. So let's say I'm building a new show with Marine X, right? Right? I'm going to make it come to the top by adding a character. All right. Now, I want to put in the type of fonts that we might use, right? So let's go get an Oswald Bold. I'll just drag it into there, right? Let's say I want to use the Optima Sans. I'm going to use the semi-bold version of Optima Sans. I want to use the regular version Optima Sans and maybe the medium version, right? So I can just find the fonts that I'm fitting to use, right? Marine guys are a little simplistic, so we got to give them a normal looking font. Otherwise, they can't do it. So we're going to drop that in there into the regular area, right? So now, if I click here, I have the fonts safe. I don't have to look all over the creation in order to build my thing. Like, it's all up in here, right? So by hitting this plus button first, name your collection, put in the fonts that you need for your show. You're not chasing all over the planet, right? You can always find what you find. Because if you click here and you're doing one of these numbers, you'll be like, damn, son, where's that? Oh, there it is. There it is. So I want to put bold HC in there. Actually, I don't like the AC. I like the LC. I want to put bold LC in there, right? And then maybe I want to put the extra bold LC in there. And then I'm going to need a little bit of italics in there. So I'm going to get a little extra bold italics. Bam. So now when I click on this list, I got options. Like, they all in here. You know what I'm saying? So do yourself a favor and do that. Now, since we are in this piece, let's click on the background color, and I'm going to bring my pencils in here for a second. Bring my pencils down. And actually, let me dip and come back so that it's at the size I want. And come on, there we go. So same thing. Everybody be like, starting here. Yo, this is not kindergarten anymore. Let's upgrade from the crayons. Find your colorway, right? Pick your colorway, and we're going to do this show. So let's say, since we're going to do like an Army and Marine type conversation, I'm going to pick this green. I'm going to use that. Actually, I like the darker one. Nope, this is dark enough. And I'm going to come over here and make it just a little bit, Kelly. Pick this up, drop it in the bucket, right? And then we need a little olive drab, because that's how they dress us. So we're going to drop this in the bucket. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe I need something a little bit darker version of that same color. Pick it up, drop it in the bucket. Now that it's in the bucket, when I go to build my overlays, I don't have to fight. Right? So now I can come in here, click on this letter, and then do one of these, and then now we're good to go. So what else can you do? In the middle one, if you go here, you can actually name a new palette, right? And then I'm going to click on this. I'm going to rename this. Oi. Sorry, got an alert. Dentist appointment coming up. Anyway, so I hit that. I can add this to the show and then add this to the show. I'll go back and put this one back in and delete this one, right? So once you put your colors in here, you can kind of do what you want. You can rename them. You can recolor them, like whatever. But when I'm ready to do my show, if I come here and it's not all where I need it to be, I just click in the middle, switch to my palette. So what I'm doing the Ecamm show, bam, every Ecamm show you've ever seen. Every Ecamm color you've ever seen. Boom, my own show, all my colors right there. Because I got this color because it reminded me of India, right? So whenever you get ready to do a show, it's all in here. You don't have to go hunting all around the creation looking for your stuff. And then I'm going to go to another machine. All you got to do is come in here and export that bad boy, right? So once you got your palette in there, you could actually export these out and then send it to someplace else, right? Anyway, that's that. And now you're cooking with Pam. Okay, so that is my color texting. I want to cover that real quick. Let's hit the aloha. Bring up the old thing. Add in one of these. Booyaka, right? Now we're square. Boom, it's added. I don't like this much space in there. Come back, take the margin, back it off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Or you got to grab the edge here and embiggen it accordingly because you might want to put something else over there. Maybe you have a graphic or a logo or something, right? So I might want to have this in here, and then I'm going to make a copy of this 4, holding down the Option key, drag, and then stack it to the front. Bam, So I might want to have something like this, and that's part of my thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's super simple. None of this stuff is hard. It's just a matter of thinking it through, right? We got background on, background off. You can just rock it with no background. You don't have to have a background. Some of the cool stuff that you can do, click on here, go up to the top, fly in from the bottom. Booyaka. We're going to save that. We're going to take my camera, and we're going to change this one to fly in from the top, right? We're going to take our number 4, the original, not the extra crispy. We're going to click on that bad boy and pencil it, and I'm going to fly in from the right, okay? And then we're going to worry about this widget. I'll turn the widget off, all right? So if I'm here, and then I switch back, SNOOPDOG. Look how simple that is. You can add a little bit of spicy. You know what I'm saying? It's so simple to just gloss it up. Gloss it up. I love antioxidant, low antioxidant coffee. My favorite thing now is high elevation Colombian. So good. Setting up studio in Florida, I was going to think of Fruity Loops because of beat making. With your kit for a friend. PC only. You need to change friends. What program should I use for the test record? Let's say probably OBS. And it won't be as simple as Ecamm for them. The best way to help a friend that is living in the PC world is to show them how to spend $600 to buy a Mac just to do this. Just like you buy a drill to drill things instead of doing it with a screwdriver, because it's the perfect tool for that. You can get a Mac for $600 now. So the PC people ain't got no excuse. But yeah, there it is. Audio and video not matching. Super simple. There it is. Hey, Paul, can you clink Nino up to squares.tv with the delay calculator? Then that way they can get the delay figured out. But it's super simple. I can tell you right now, if you own a Sony camera and a Cam Link and you come over here to audio, it is probably 4. Some reason 4 seems to be the magic number for Sony and Cam Links. I have seen the occasional person need 5 or 6, but they were normally on way old computers. If you have anything M1 forward and you have a Sony and a Cam Link, set it to 4 and it's gold. It's pretty much gold. Is there a streaming service which is closed, invite only needed to attend and observe? Yeah, tons of them. YouTube unlisted, number 1. Vimeo, number 2, Uscreen, number 3, Kajabi, number 4, Circle, yeah, there's lots. What's the thing called? Mighty Networks. There are about 1,100 of them, Lester. All of them are good, too. I have Kajabi, but YouTube, and honestly, my favorite, I believe Keely is in the chat, set yourself up a Discord server and don't deal with those kind of dramas. So much better. So much better. Like, yeah, Discord. Actually, maybe if you're doing market research, you're going to like invite somebody like Paul, and they're not going to know how to do that. I take it back. Paul is actually pretty tech savvy for 86. If you're going to invite someone who doesn't have those tech abilities, YouTube is probably your best bet because even the most tech muggly person knows how to use YouTube. Vimeo is also pretty good, but you will pay a clip for that extra security. Super dope question, Lester. Appreciate you, fam. All right. Since I have accents, sometimes words, you have no idea because I have doc words, it comes up funny. Since I have an accent, sometimes the words dictation appears on the screen, looks funny. How can I hide that? I don't think you can turn off closed caption on your end per se. I believe that closed captioning is platform oriented. There might be a button in YouTube backend or Facebook backend to turn off closed captioning. I would say don't sweat it. Like most people will understand that. It don't understand the stuff I say, and I am fluent in English, Japanese, Korean, and about 4 other languages, and they still don't understand what I say. So I wouldn't sweat it. なるほどね. I've seen that. I guess it's play around. Yes, that's exactly. So this is super dope. USA live stream. We tell everybody, go into the Discord community. Ecamm has a Discord, or go into the Facebook community and just play around. And people will jump on. They will practice with you. Kali, who's in the chat today, Chocolate Tips for Yoga, she probably does this better than anyone in the community. She will post up in her yoga studio and sit down and turn on her live stream and be like, okay, people, I am trying to do this. I do not know what button to press at all. Somebody come and help. And before she could, like stretch out a back muscle, somebody pops in, okay, I can help you. And then, I've seen her go through stuff live. One of the dopest things she's ever did and how she got good at Ecamm was she opened up the preference window. She started here on general. She went live in Facebook in live demo mode and said, okay, people, somebody explain to me what the hell all of these checkboxes are. And so she went through each and every one of them over the course of about, I think it was like 3 days, like 3 1-hour or 2-hour sessions, and answered all her questions. And since then, we can't get her off the internet. She be out here streaming. So that's the best way to do it. One of my best friends, she has a T-shirt that says "Learn and Do." Like, for you guys to learn what we're talking about and then don't immediately put it into practice, yes, you will guarantee forget it. But if you immediately put it into practice, it'll be easy, which is why we say during the live demo, have your Mac open and be sitting here clicking what I'm clicking. Like, it'll make your life better. こんにちは。今、日本は何時ですよ。すいません。 じゃあもう早い朝早い It's 5 a.m. in the morning and she's calling all the way from Japan お久しぶりだね All right Okay, we got delicious Brussels sprouts. Yes. Yes, there is the delay calculator will help you out with that. It'll make your life even. Oh, actually, Luis is a good example of just got a Mac Mini to do Ecamm, completely converted. Now he's a Mac guy. He came from the PC space just over a year ago, and he's already a moderator at Ecamm. So let me just show you. There is a button. All right, cool. Exactly. There you go. I do the, it's Kevin. I was like, who is this guy? I do the edit after using Descript 100%. If you're not using the Cam Link on the Canon, I don't know. Gretchen might know. I don't use that brand. I'll keep my mouth shut. However, it is just adjust the slider, but the delay calculator will help you. I appreciate that. There you go. True story. True story. See, I knew it. After converting videos to WebM, I can play them and keep my circle camera on top, like playing in the pip. Yes. Yes. Oh, so speaking of which, because we left that going, remember, this is finished now. So let me go and find where it put it, because there it is. So that file that I made, and let me switch to the other scene real quick. Thank you, Marie X, for putting your mans back on track. I won't say nothing bad about you people anymore. Okay, so now I got my camera, right? And it doesn't matter whether it's like this or whether it's like this. It's really up to you. I kind of never use that big way. But that file we converted, Shutter encoder finished, and you'll see now it says right there, WebM. My secret sauce is just drop it in here like that.
All right,
and
so
scroll
what
it
you're
back.
looking at right now, hopefully, is recording this, is you're looking at a stream with 10, all 10 of us. So I have
Now,
the 9 people in
maybe
the box, and then Daniel
The
makes
smarter
10.
thing for me to have done would have been also while I was in there, process the audio a little bit, but I didn't want to complicate it for people that don't know any better. In theory, I should have run this audio through something like Auphonic or the new Adobe audio enhancer to make it a little louder. You can tell it's kind of soft. At this point, nothing I can do about that, but jockey the sound effect slider. But I know where my sound effect slider is, so I'll play this.
I am the host.
Notice it's not using
I'm
movie
using
anymore.
A 64 gig Mac Studio Max, not even Ultra. And let's take a look.
So there you go. But yeah, so once you convert it to WebM, now it's an overlay. You can do whatever you want to with it. And it was really cool. If you check down here, you got the autoplay function, start from the beginning, start from the last location. I would probably most likely you start from the last location, because let me forward this up a little piece. I want to talk about this area. If I dip and then I come back, it's in the same spot.
Say no.
You know what I mean? If I don't want it to autoplay, just check that
Oh.
out. Screen shoot it for the people, right? So I can go here, and when I come back, it's in the same place. I can be explaining to you what's going on and come in here and press play again. So remember the little chicle on the side over here helps you decide what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? All right, so that covers all of those. Let's get into widget overlay real quick. Here. If I pop this up, you see I have a widget. It says live from the Lulu, right? And then let me go add some more spiciness to this widget real quick. Come here, and let's say I want to kick on the lower third. Boom, just like such. Or if I have my talking points, boom, there it is. You know what I'm saying? And then if I got a little ticker, boom. So all of this is not being created by your mans. All of this is being created by something called overlays.uno. Okay? So I'll show you real quick what I did. So this is overlays.uno. Actually, this is overlays.uno. The streamer package that I'm using is this one. They have lots. So if I'm doing a show like tomorrow, I'm trying to explain, Manchester United versus Crystal Palace. Nothing to explain. We're going to kick their ass. You can come in here and you look. They got tons of overlays for all myriad things, right? So I might need to do a 2-person talk where I have, image or something that we're talking about in the middle. I might just need that news kind of graphics. This is similar to what I'm doing right now. This one, you got basketball in here. You got some golf stuff in here. Right? I mean, it's all in here. Whether you just want a weather bug or people always ask, where do you get a countdown timer? Super simple. Come in here and overlays.uno. So let me show you what I mean by this. I'm going to click on this countdown timer one real quick. I'm going to say add to my overlays. Let it do a spiralate. And then I'm going to click on this guy. It's just going to open up. It's just a little widget. And then spiral. All right, cool. So this is done. All I need to do with this overlay is let's change the clock. I'll pick 2. And I hate this one. It doesn't let you type numbers, so you got to do this. It's just me, right? And then I could do this. Can't type today. All right, that's ready. And then we'll leave the color and stuff alone. I'm just going to click on copy this URL. All right, so over here in Ecamm, all I'm going to do is hit on this guy. Let's make a new scene. I'm going to hit on this guy. It's a globe, right? See the GLOBE? It's the soul. Sonic Force. I'm going to hit that. And then I'm going to put in my size, 1920, 1080. And I'm going to hit high resolution. Boom. Gangster. It's going to think. That's it. There's my overlay. Done. When I need to start it, check this out. I'm going to just come over here, and then it's all ready to go. I'm going to just press play. And you'll see it's starting to count down. When I switch to the other scene, it's already going. If I don't want it to blink on, I just need to put keep running. Keep running. Keep running in and out of my mind. Now that it's keep running, when I switch and I come back, it's on point. You know what I'm saying? So, like, everybody be like, how can I buy these overlays? Where do you get these overlays? I'm like, I'm telling you, fam, these are dope and they're free for now and they're easy as pie. If you know how to fill out a web form, like doing your taxes, you can make an overlay inside overlays.uno. Paul done clinked the link inside the thingy thing and you should be gravy. All right, that covers overlays. Bip. Oh, there you go. Oh, they definitely don't know how to translate. When we do the flow, I mess Katie up when I dip into Japanese or something in the middle of the show. The script is the business. It basically converts your video into something that looks like a Word document and allow you to type and edit. It's one of the best things ever. Dun, dun, dun. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. All right, cool. So we got that. We got that covered. Almost time for affiliate thing. Let's cover clocks real quick. Come over here and click on the clock, right? So you can do amount of time, same time every day, count down to a particular date in time, and then you can do clock and you could do stopwatch, right? No comparison. No, I can't say that. That wouldn't be fair. The reason why your friend would tell you to go to OBS primarily is because people think that because it's free, that somehow makes it good. I can think of lots of things that are free that are not good for you. So, yeah, here, when people ask me, because I don't want to sound, even though people's like, oh, you're just a shill. No, I'm not. I'm employed. So they pay me. So, yeah, I can say whatever I want. But no. When people ask me what the primary difference, and why you hit that, I'm going to tell you what the primary difference is, and you're going to laugh. And Nino, this is the god-awful truth. There is nothing in OBS, no matter what they do to make features or whatever, no matter what we do to make features or whatever. I've been on thousands of shows. I'm interviewed once a week. I'm on Office Hour Global on Monday. And somebody's going to say, all right, what's the best feature at Ecamm Live? You know what I say? The community. Our community is the bomb. Go to OBS right now to their main channel, and how many Fridays do they do a live demo to answer all of your questions? Okay. Done. If you ask someone in the chat a question during an OBS live stream, does Keely and Paul and Kevin and Marine Eggs and Laura, do they answer your questions? No. Oh, does OBS even do live streams to their community to help you out? No. Our number one thing is our community. Our community is dope. We have a bunch of smeezes, colloquial term for subject matter experts. We have subject matter experts from everything from lawyers to field hockey. Actually, she's an expert at both of them. So, like, yeah, you can't replace our community. Like, software is software. I change softwares all day long, but you can't replace our community. And, yeah, no one's going to help you the way you get help in Ecamm Fam. So if you like being a loner, hiding out in the basement, knock yourself out, play with OBS. If you enjoy people and people that will help you and learn together and grow, that's Ecamm Fam. You cannot replace the Ecamm Fam. You guys are priceless. Priceless. I do want to replace Kevin Cox, but I'm stuck with him. I love you, Kevin. I love you. My friend is the executive director of a foundation that will only be using your set to go live into meetings and appearances via Zoom. Oh, 100%. That is brilliant, right? I think virtual camera is probably the best things. Yeah, because whenever I show up in a Zoom meeting or a Teams call or something like that, and they see all of this, like they're like, "Oh, how come yours looks so good?" And I'm like, "Well, because of Ecamm." So when I was an affiliate, which I will be training you guys how to be in about 10 minutes, yeah, that was my number one cause of sales, was just showing up at other Zoom meetings looking glossy and everybody else with the weird background and all that other craziness. So yeah, Nino, the answer to your question is, I only have a small LUT on right here. It's called a Studio Glow LUT, but I don't go crazy with LUTs. The number one reason why people's LUTs look goofy is they didn't white balance first. Password 123. No, I don't know. Ask Paul. Paul got that. Paul got that. Yes, Ballard Vibe is right. Ecamm is way easier by a long shot. Nah, Kevin, we need you here. Otherwise, we don't have nobody to pick on. All right, let's do something real quick. I'm going to run through some other ones, kind of spicy like. All right, let's get after this. So, don't close that button. Or we'll just use this one. It's okay. The best thing to do, the number one thing that I could teach you today in Ecamm is remember a couple of things. Life happens, so something is always fitting to break, and just be ready to fix it and take your time and work your way through it. That's it. That's the best thing you'll ever learn, is it will break. Absolutely. Is it embarrassing? No, because don't take yourself that serious. Nobody cares if you have a problem, if you are giving them value. If you have shown yourself to be a nice human being, they will stand with you and wait with you while you walk through your issues. Nobody cares as much as you think they do. Or maybe they care more than you think they do. Either way, but it's not about, oh, I'm making you look funny. My comments don't get stuck because I don't put my comments on screen, because that is a good way to get your channel banned. I put my comments on one at a time. And no, they don't get stuck. Dude, I came from Wirecast. That's what's super funny. That's how I found Ecamm. I said some choice words to Wirecast one day, and I went to the internet looking for a substitute, and I found Ecamm and immediately saved myself $600 because Wirecast is $1,000. Anyway, so this is your, what you call this thing? Your sound effects area. You can see in here, we got bicycle horns. You can put your party noisemaker. You know, I got a little sound file I put up here earlier. Right now, that is too loud, so I'll turn it down over here. Instead of adjusting this, I'll crank it down over here so they can still play in the background, but not affect what I am doing, right? Like a lot of people will move that and then mess up their whole show. Look, how do we add one? I'm just going to pick up one and drop it to the bottom. And then look, I'm going to go give it a high key. Click this, press R. So there's my high key. And so on my keyboard, watch the finger. If I press R.
DJ Doc Rock. DJ Doc Rock. DJ Doc Rock.
I can press A to stop the other song. You know what I'm saying? So, right, like we could come over here and we could find our little orbit. For fresh breath, eat orbit. You know, so yeah, you just drop them in, do what you want. Your levels is everything is handled underneath the little gearbox right here. Unfortunately, the gearbox isn't going to show up on the screen like such, but if I come down here, you'll see there's the volume, loop, make it a high key, add it to the scene. Adding it to the scene means that every time I come to this scene, if I pick this up and turn it loose over here, every time I come to this scene, it's fitting to want to play. And then I can say stop when the scene ends. If I don't check that, it'll keep playing when I dip. If I come back and I say stop when the scene ends, when I dip now, it stops. You know what I'm saying? It's so simple. Simple, simple, simple. This stuff is easy. FX be making. Sorry. Here, Kevin. Anyway, let's go. That's that. Sound levels is also super important. And let me just show you this because I think this is probably the best thing you'll learn today. I said that about 1,100 times, but hey, that's how I roll. Okay, so right now you can see, shut up, music. All right, you can see I'm talking. Okay, as I am talking, this thing is moving. When you do an interview, if the person your interview is talking and anything moves but the bottom, your setup is wrong. Period. If your guest is talking and the interview line moves and the sound effects moves, then you have a problem. If your interview moves and your interface, in my case, Rodecaster Pro 2 Chat, are both moving, then also you're doing it wrong. That is not, Ecamm's causing echo. Ecamm does not know how to cause echo. It just doesn't. So whenever you, thank you, Luis, tell them Uncle said hi. Whenever you have an interview, if they're talking and anything else moves but this, your setup is wrong. Nothing else. So check in your interface, check in your setup, make sure your browser tab isn't open, make sure their browser tab isn't open, follow the steps inside the guest checklist, and all of this should have been sussed out in your tech check that never happens, and then you'll be good. If you do your tech check, you shall not have these issues. That's it. That's it. Okay, people, that was a quick demo. Next week, we can go longer because we don't have both a dentist appointment and a affiliate training. So I know a lot of people are brand new. I'm telling you, this is the week. Everybody got 4 the same time you did. So jump in the Facebook group or jump in the Discord and practice. We up here talking about practice. If you get your practice on, you will find it becomes easier. We do the demo every Friday. I just did the calculation. This is demo number 97. So keep it coming, right? You can come every single week. I'm pretty sure that I think Paul has seen all 97 of them. Maybe Kevin, a couple others. Like we got some folks that's been here all the time. So you're welcome to come as much as you want. Like it will start to sink in. There's sometimes, like I know Kali, I tell her the same thing 15 times. On number 16, she got it. And it's okay. I'm like that about things too. It really depends on what you're learning and how it resonates with your dome, right? So yeah, jump in the Discord, jump in the Facebook group, and get it started. All right, I got to go teach affiliate people how to make money. So I'll see y'all next week, Friday. Peace out. A-Town Stomp.
Coming straight out of Ecamm. This is a jam for the Ecamm fam. Ecamm fam, this the name of the jam. This is a jam for the Ecamm fam. Ecamm fam, this the name name of the jam. This is a jam that the Ecamm found. This is a jam that the Ecamm found. This is a jam that the Ecamm found. Ecamm fam is the name of the jam.
Hold it, stop the music!
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
Can I please have your attention?